So what you do is you go to the sources of or people who are respected in the Somali community. And if they are willing to talk about, like the imams, like the doctors, like people who have authority in the community or in other communities. You also talk to people who would be frank and real and tell it how it is. So it's more of an educational aspect than titillating people or making it more entertaining or anything like that. But it's more like...
Well, and that I mean, that approach wouldn't work with most communities, but it would really not work in the Somali community, right? I mean, that sort of sensationalism would backfire.
It would backfire with
right.
Somali. You won't make light of it. You'll make it more in terms of how bad it is for someone who has that, and how to, I mean, since it would happen anyway, how to treat it, how to work with it, and how to, I mean, there should not be a stigma, I mean, because it would happen to your loved one, it would happen to you, it would happen, so how do you do it?
We've got a clip that we want to show people here, which is actually a focus group with some students who are talking about their own experiences. And I think one of the things that's interesting about this is there are young women involved, and actually the act of talking about this in public is a very brave one in some cases. So let's go ahead and take a look at that clip. Okay. Yeah, and why don't you go to the wide shot, Ben? That's from Egal Shidad, Stories of Somali Health, which is a co-production of the St. Paul Neighborhood Network and KFAI Radio, Echo Minnesota, and the Confederation of Somali Communities in Minnesota. The program itself, we should mention, is debuting November 10th here in the Twin Cities with a broadcast on a KFAI with a talk show component, so the community will have a chance to talk about the program, as well as a component on SPNN, where we're showing the program at 7:30 that evening, premiering the program for Twin Cities audiences, but they'll be playing as well afterwards here on SPNN. What do you think will be the impact of the program as it's aired in the community?
Well, it's going to create a lot of shocks, but good one. I think people were, personally, I think people would say, why are they talking about such a thing? You know, did they run out of things to talk about? But as more they listen and see different interviews with different members of the community, religious leaders, doctors, students, young and old, and they see different views, I think people would benefit a lot from it and indeed come to the senses that this is an issue that in fact does exist in the community, and it's not an encouragement to act or to have sex before marriage and etc., but it's rather an educational and informational, just in case if you were in that situation, how to protect yourself and become a more healthier person. And also it would benefit a lot of people that go through these type of things but are scared and afraid, or don't even have the resources or the knowledge who to talk to or how to go about it. It would benefit them a lot, and so they would know to get their checkups, what to ask for and what to do.
I think Zuhur said it well, but what I would say is that I think people will respond positively to it, in the sense that this program was developed through the community's help.
I mean, the community helped identify this as a significant issue.
Yeah,
right?
The community identified this issue. Mothers, fathers, young people were asked and came together in a community meeting, and they were asking what kind of health issues do we talk in Egal Shidad, and they said mental health, they said sexually transmitted diseases. Even this year, before we started, they came again together, and they identified sexually transmitted disease as one of the issues they want to see and talk to their children, to talk to their loved ones, and to everybody. So that gives us a weight to do this program, and the community, the people who wanted to see that, would positively respond to it.
Now, the program will be airing in November here on SPNN. It'll play on KFAI. It'll actually then also be seen on the internet. It actually gets seen worldwide at that point, and actually is seen by part of the Somali diaspora, not just in the Twin Cities, because it actually turns out that there's a significant Somali audience outside the Twin Cities that depends upon Twin Cities media produced by Somalis, right?
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
And some of the community would see it in a written form in the ELL programs they attend, and they will be reading about it.
And then there will be DVDs that will be distributed as well. If people want more information about the program, we suggest they go to the New Routes website, which is www.newroutes.org. We've got that for you on the screen here, newroutes.org, to get more information about Egal Shidad and all of the production work that goes behind it. You'll have a chance to see a couple of episodes of the program. And we hope that people take advantage of the resource as well, not just in the Somali community as well, because there's also, I think, significant insights for the broader community about some of the cultural aspects of the community here within Minnesota. We've just about run out of time. I really want to thank you for joining us here today and for sharing your perspectives.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Saeed Fahia is with the Confederation of Somali Communities in Minnesota, and Zuhur Ahmed is with KFAI and Echo Minnesota. Thank you so much for being a part of SPNN.
Thank you.
And for everybody here at the St. Paul Forum, I'm Mike Wassenaar. Thanks for watching SPNN.
It went by really fast.
It goes by really fast.